Hello, Internet and everyone on it. I'm me. I'm a person who's doing a movie review of Les Miserables. Bleh. It's a French movie. Well, it's a French play that was made into a movie, and it's in theaters now, and I'm doing a movie review of it. So, anyway, I saw this on December 31st with my friend Heather, and, we saw a late showing of it. Very empty theater. Very obnoxious couple was like, they didn't ruin it, but they were just there. But yeah, that actually that didn't interrupt my viewing experience. It didn't make it worse or better. Obviously, it did make it better, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Les Miserables, the movie that I saw, and what I thought of it. So, please forgive the really crappy lighting. It's just not that great, and I look a little blue, although I am wearing purple. I don't know, that helps. um, Okay, that's cool. So, what I think of the movie? Um, I thought it was good. I mean, I'd give it 3 out of 5 stars, maybe 3.5 out of 5. You're probably wondering, well, why do you think that, Veronica? Well, let me tell you. That's a very good question. Um, well, honestly, it was good. Like, it definitely like tugs at your heartstrings, and it's just like it has those like emotional moments, and it's just, it's very live, it's very real. It establishes that connection with the actors a lot better than like most movies do, because what this movie did was they had the actors sing while they were filming, so they could, really feel that character struggle or really like, connect with them. And it really helped for a lot of scenes, like for Anne Hathaway. And yep, didn't take me long to get to her. But Anne Hathaway, the one everyone's being like, oh my god, she's awesome, she's awesome. Well, she is. She was really good. I mean, that was the only time I cried when it wasn't someone's death. Because, I mean, I've seen this play once before. I've seen it performed live at like a local theater. And I mean, I cried at the spots I cried at before, but this was the first time I really felt anything for Fatine. I hope I'm saying her name right. Fatine. But yeah, it's the first time I really like, really understood what her character was going through, and just, the emotional and like psychological hell of just, having to do this to take care of your child. Um, so yeah, there was that. And the other times I cried were death scenes, which I cried at the usual deaths that I cried at. Well, I can't say usual, but like the deaths I cried at last time. And this other time, I didn't really cry, but well, yeah, I did cry at the death. I'm thinking about something else because I'm trying not to give spoilers here. This is a no spoiler review movie thing. Um, I mean, if spoilers pop up, I'm sorry. I just know that people will kick my butt if I say anything or give away anything. Um, so better safe than sorry. Yeah, I cried, I cringed, I laughed. It was a roller coaster of emotions. That's what you get with Les Mis. The 3 times I cringed were two were when two of the actors like sang a note that was like off key. It was just like that wasn't sung right, but that's just a little nitpick. The other time I cringed was the only spoilerific thing. Like somebody's bones get broken, and that is just a horrific noise for me. I can't take that. It's just nails on a chalkboard, nothing. Nails and that's nothing. It's just if I hear bone snap, just ugh. Um. All right. So let's see what else to talk about. Oh, there's so much to talk about. I guess I was mentioning the singing. Oh boy, here we go. Well, a lot of people are mixed about this because the singing, it's not it's not angelic. It's not the very polished, very like, la 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 la. It's very gritty and, well, that's a word they use a lot. Gritty and realistic because they're act singing. They are acting while they're singing. That's what they're going for, and it works for this. It works for Les Mis. Um, was everyone able to do this? No. Sorry. I'm looking at you, Russell Crowe. Oh man, dude. I mean, everyone else is bitching about him, but it's kind of true. I'm sure he can act. I'm sure he can kind of, sort of sing, but he can't do both. I'm sorry. Just they probably casted him because of like Spartacus. He had that authoritative presence to him, which yes, you need that for Inspector Javert, but uh, once you started singing, you stopped acting. That's not good. I mean, it's difficult though because all these actors had different levels of expertise. Like the one playing Eponine, Samantha Barks, and Hugh Jackman, they've had Broadway experiences before. They've done stage theater. They've been able to sing live and like act at the same time. Sorry, I keep moving that. But they're good at that. They've done it before. Some of the other actors haven't. So, you know, that's not fair, but hey, at that point, it's the casting director's fault if it's like, hey, I'm gonna pick you for a musical even though you can't sing. Yeah. Um, let's see. I guess I'm trying to go over the bad stuff just so I can get to the good things. So, a few more bad things and then I'm done. The cinematography was really weird in some spots. Like, there's just one spot of Javert, like, I'm trying to get it. Like, my head is where Javert was, but this is where, like, the camera was, and it's just like, where's your focus, dude? Like, cause like where like I don't know that clock thing, those flowers. Wow, this is why I need glasses. Those flowers are like little towns and stuff, and Javert was like on this top of this building looking for Jean Valjean, and he's down here, and like the camera's over here. It's just he's not taking up the majority of shot. What are you doing? It's not an establishing shot. It's ugh, I don't know. I mean, I'm no expert at film and stuff, but it's just usually when you have a camera angled at someone or something, you're focused on the person who has the most action or is like looking at something. Like, look at me. I have this framed, so I'm looking at you guys. So I'm looking at the camera and I'm taking up the most focus. So there's not a lot of negative space or space that's not being used. Um, this movie, eh, just it had weird angles sometimes. That's just a little nitpick. Maybe some people noticed it more than I did. I'm not a film expert. I'm a theater major, but not a film expert. Hope to be someday. um, let's see. Another nitpicky complaint was the makeup. Um, I didn't really feel like Fatine when she was being a prostitute. I feel like they could have made her a little more ugly, or I don't know. Like she still looked pretty. Eh. I mean, Eponine I think was supposed to be pretty ugly too, but I don't know. That's just the book's description. Um, I think the bigger complaint with that though, that's actually more a legitimate complaint, is Hugh Jackman's character, Jean Valjean. Um, at the end of the movie, he's supposed to be like really old because like all this time has passed. He's probably in like his 60s or maybe early 70s, and he still looks the same that he did like 9 years ago when he was like when he first got little Cosette. It's not until like the last like maybe 5-10 minutes of the movie that like suddenly, whoa, there's gray in his hair. Whoa, he actually kind of looks old. They don't do anything with the face, and I'm assuming this was a big budget movie, so come on, you're gonna spend a little bit of money to make it a little believable. If you're being all like realistic and gritty and down in the dirt with the bourgeoisie, you gotta go all the way. You can't half-ass it. um, Finally, the biggest complaint. It was rushed as hell. Like, it's an hour, 2.5 hours. The movie is 2.5 hours long. With previews, it's probably three. But when they got to the song that is supposed to end the second act, which is One Day More, it's like I literally was in the theater. I'm like, wait, we're here already? What? It was so weird. It, it's like, you know, people have larger attention spans now with movies, or they're willing to sit down and watch something if they're entertained. Oh, you're not entertained. There we go. There's my Russell Crowe joke. Spartacus. Anyway, so yeah, people can be entertained, like if for long periods of time. They don't, if they're excited, and they want to see it, they'll sit down no matter how long it is. People, they watch Titanic, they watched Avatar. Some people watch Gone with the Wind. Those are 3 to 4 hour long movies, and they'll sit down and watch it. And again, Gone with the Wind had an intermission. Oh well, that was olden days. Anyway, if it was longer, maybe they could have done an intermission to make it more like a Broadway show. But I don't know what the director is going for. The director wasn't me. It was Tom Hooper. He was the guy who directed The King's Speech, which that was also long. That was also a long movie, right? Maybe 2.5 to 3 hours. You can spare the extra, 30 minutes. Come on. Maybe like throw in some things like how the hell did Jean Valjean get like working papers when he was the mayor of the town? How the hell did he do this? How do you do that? But sorry, that's more nitpicky plot hole stuff. Um, but yeah, it was really rushed. Like, it's like, what this was? For me, I feel like this movie was made for people who had already seen Les Mis and who already know the story and the characters. Like, they didn't really focus on the characters at all. It was just like they were just spewing out songs just to get it over with. And that kind of took the enjoyment out of it for me a little bit. It's like, you're rushing to get out of here. What's stopping me from going out the door and rushing to get out of here? It's like, you are a movie. People go to you to enjoy, to escape from reality and look into someone else's world. And yeah, we got to go to Paris, and that's fun, but all we did was just was like boom, 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 boom. It's just stuff's happening. Song, stuff's happening. Song, time skip, 18 years. What? It just, I'm not even kidding. It was that fast. Like the first, like what would you consider like the first act was probably only 5 minutes long. It's just like, ugh. I mean, it felt like 5 minutes. I don't know. Time flies when you're going having fun. Debatable. I don't know. Anyway, so I don't know. Maybe that's just me being all critical and not liking, when you don't get to look at the characters and you don't get to spend time with the characters and have them developed. I mean, for me, a story is great, but if you're not enjoying the people you're on that journey with, then what's the point? So many people could tell that same story with different characters, and some characters can be fun, some can be boring, or majority of them are boring, or majority of them are fun. Mm, just I really feel like if they looked at the characters, if they stopped singing for like 1 freaking second and just, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love singing. I love it. I do. I love musicals. It was like, in a sense, it was kind of like Repo, the Genetic Opera, how everyone was singing and really there weren't a lot of spoken lines. But if you just kind of didn't have to jump from one song to another, if you're able to put in lines that the characters could say to establish themselves and their motives and what they want or whatever. I mean, I know songs do that in musicals anyway, but just extra dialogue would have been nice. Extra, time for the characters. Extra time would have been nice to enjoy the movie, to just not feel like you're on this roller coaster or something. Just like, um, the best way I can describe it really is like Spark Notes on warp speed. Yeah, Spark Notes on warp speed. That's how this movie was. And that's not fun. It kind of takes the enjoyment out of it. That was my major complaint. But the good stuff. Let's see. Well, I liked that people were singing, like I said. um, Anne Hathaway was really good. Um, I mean, I feel like a lot of people are saying, "Oh, it didn't sound pretty. I didn't like it," and she just was sobbing through the whole thing. Well, duh. I mean, that's her character was crushed and destroyed. What do you think she's gonna sound like? A lot of people seem to really miss that. Uh, let's see. Hugh Jackman was good. He was really the only character I felt like we really spent time with, obviously, because he was the main character. He's like the only one that we really, like, felt that emotional attachment to because we had been following his story. I mean, yeah, we got to see, like, Cosette and Javert and, like, all those people, but um, really, Les Mis is the story of just this guy who escaped from jail and just the how he affects the people in his life around him. I mean, that's how I see it. Um, let's see. Most of the singing was good. Amanda Seyfried, she was good for her part because Cosette really isn't in it much. Like adult Cosette, anyway. She's just being all in love with Marius, and well, the guy who played Marius, I thought he was good. And he was a really dramatic tenor. Like he could probably do falsetto than I could. Like his voice was up here, man. Like he could probably, like I said, just really high voice, probably even higher than myself. That's saying something. Anyway, um, yeah, Hugh Jackman's good. He's got the Broadway experience. He can sing, act, sing, whatever that's called. A lot of people in this movie can. Just that one guy who can't. Russell Crowe. Alright, enough bashing on him. I'm sorry. I didn't think he was terrible. He just wasn't well casted. That's all. Um, let's see other good things. Um, the music was nice. I really liked it. Like I said, the singing. Um, it just, despite all the rushing, I was able to feel, be emotional through the whole thing. I mean, like, I was crying a few times. I was tearing up a lot more. There were a few laughs. Let's see, Helena Bonham Carter and Sacha Bonham, uh, the guy who played Borat. I can't remember his full name. I'm sorry, but those two together, they were funny. Um, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of good stuff. I liked it. Um, I really liked how the music was done, just the whole singing while filming. I feel like more films should do that. This should be like a tip to movies or future directors who want to adapt musicals. They should do this. It's not only beneficial for the just for the actor, but it really creates that connection to their character, and the audience really feels it. Like it's more of an emotional feel for people. It's emotional benefit. But it's really a testimony to the actor's abilities. So I feel like that's good. Um, hmm. Yeah. Let's see. Last thing. Would I recommend this to people who have not seen Les Mis or have ever heard of it? Maybe not because of the rushing. I mean, the story itself is good. I would probably listen to the music ahead of time or like watch a play before going to see this. If you've seen it at least once and have a very good memory of it, or you've seen it at least twice, or just as long as you clearly can remember what happens, I'd say go see it. Which, I mean, I know that could take the surprise out of everything that happens, but I feel like this director didn't do much to make the characters you know, unique. It's kind of like, oh, here's your Jean Valjean, here's Javert, here's Bettine, here's Cosette and Eponine and Marius. They're all the same, as they've always been. Whatever. I don't care. It's, that's just how I felt the director did it. If he had made them a little more unique, or, like I said, spent more time with them outside of the songs that are established, just, they could sing talk. That's fine. That's what they did in Repo, and I mean, that's some people say it was bad, but hey, it's my guilty pleasure, so whatever. Um, I'm not going to be mad if you don't like this or mad if you do like this movie. I don't care. I'm just stating my opinion how I felt. And if you want to take my advice, great. If you don't, whatever. Just, you know, I just felt like I wanted to do this because I love being a critic. I love doing movie reviews, writing them, talking about them, although a lot of people seem to have the opposite reaction. They're like, oh my god, shut up. But no, I'm not. This is me with I'm me, I'm a person, and I have my opinion about this movie. I just said it. So, yeah. I think, you know what though? I think I'm gonna probably see it again. Because usually I care if the flaws are that big. I don't know if I'll see it 20 times, but at least another time. Maybe two more times at least. Alright, well, thanks for watching this. And if you want me to review any more movies, feel free to comment below. And yeah, just, you can give me requests or anything. Or if you think I could improve somehow, maybe by wearing my glasses so I can really see what the heck I'm doing. That'd be fine too. I just needed a break from them, really. Anyway, alright, well, bye. Am I still recording? Yes, I am. Bye.